Hi, my name is Philip Kent, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use Statigram. Statigram is a free analytics suite that you can use with your Instagram profile. That's coming up right after the intro. Alright, so in this video I'm going to go over Statigram. Alright, and just in case you don't know, Statigram is a analytics suite that you can use with your Instagram profile, which can really help you make some higher level decisions about what's working and what you should maybe stop doing for your Instagram profile. And I'm going to go through virtually the entire website. I'm going to go through it kind of fast, so if you feel like you're missing something, just maybe rewind it, or if you want to, you can leave me a comment down below if you want me to go into something in a little bit more detail. All right, so first we're going to start out in My Media, which this is just your images, and you can filter the images a couple of different ways here. You can filter it by how rank them in order of how many likes they have, in order of how many comments they have. You can also change the viewer a little bit, so instead of the small squares, you have larger breakdowns of the image, and where you can view things like the tags and the comments and stuff like that. So that's something you might want to play around with. And again, this will rank them by number of comments. So this one has 4, it's first, then 3, then 3, then 2, 2, 2, 1, so on and so on. And again, you can do the same thing with likes. So again, 116, 92, 90, 88, 80, 76, 73, 68, so on and so on and so on. Right here, 24 media, that's how many pieces of media you have. That's either videos or images. So that's the total. The number of followers you have, 2,463, and the number of followings, 7,532. So that's essentially the My Media tab under Viewer, and there's two menu bars. There's the top one, and I'm under Viewer first, and then all of these are under Viewer, and then we'll go to Statistics, and there'll be another set, and Snapshots, and so on and so on. So this is under Viewer and My Media. Now My Likes. My Feed is for if you want to hook your Hootsuite up to Statigram, you can do that. So My Likes, and this is just what you liked most recently and how many likes the image, how many likes and or comments the image has. So that's pretty straightforward. Now under My Followers, I like this because you can really kind of check out your followers. And you can, for instance, let's see, who do I want to click on? Well, we'll just use this one. And Bega2709. So what we will do is we'll click on that, and then you have the option to follow back directly from here, and you also get a nice little snapshot of how much media they have, how many followers, and how many followings. Then a nice little snapshot of their media, and also their bio is right here. And you can send them a direct message as well. So that's a good little it's nice to have that ability to quickly select an image or to select a profile and follow back. Not a whole lot different than the phone app, but still, I really personally I like using Instagram on the computer more, just because the opportunity to see bigger images, and it feels more natural to me. Maybe I'm just weird. Next, we'll go to My Followings, and here you have a couple of different options. You can put people into groups, which I really like that, and you can also quickly unfollow them from right here as well. So if you hit this little green X, it'll unfollow them, and you can put them into a group right here, and you can also create new groups. So that's pretty cool. And if you click on their image, it's pretty much the same as with the followers. You can unfollow, send a message, edit the groups that they're in. See how many pieces of media they have, how many followers and how many followings, check their bio. So that's basically the same. And actually, one thing I forgot in My Media is that you can organize your media into into folders. And I seem to, where is it? I don't see the link for it. Ah, there it is. Okay, cool. I knew I wasn't crazy. So this little folder in the bottom left of each image, you can sort them into different albums if you would like, which is pretty cool. Next, we'll move on to populars, and this is good because you can kind of tell, you know, what's trending at the moment. You can also maybe locate some profiles that have a larger follower base, if that's something that you are interested in. So by clicking on, the image or the video, you can get an idea of you know, what tags are being used. Also, you know, who released the video and what tags are being used, and also a list of users that liked it. So, for instance, if you wanted to maybe target people who liked, you know, basketball, which this profile is NBA videos, and I have no clue if that's the official NBA Instagram or not. I kind of doubt it, but anyway, so if you wanted to target people that like basketball, you know, you could go through and you could go to each of these users' profiles, follow them, maybe send them a direct message if you really wanted to. Maybe throw something down here in the comments, you know, like go to whatever website if you want to know more about basketball, whatever. So that's a nice little tool that you've got. And we're going to go ahead and move on to statistics. And like I said before, guys, I'm sorry that I'm kind of rushing through this, but there's a lot to cover, and I don't want this video to be, you know, an hour long. So once we get to statistics, we get a nice little overview of our statistics. So again, how many images, the total number of likes and total number of comments, total number of followers and followings, new followers within the last 7 days, lost followers within the last 7 days. Also your net follower growth in the last 7 days, and right here you can click and check on rolling month details, which is nice as well. And your scores, the love rate is about it's basically a measure of follower engagement. How many of your likes come from followers, basically. And then talk rate, this is the basically the same measurement but for comments. And then spread rate is the engagement rate of people who are not your followers. How many likes come from people who are not your followers? So that's that's the overview. Next we'll go to the rolling month analysis down here on the left column. And again, you know, it basically breaks down the 13th to the 12th, so it breaks down the last 30 days. And how many images I posted, the percentage increase or decrease, so this was 79 basically percent less than I posted in the previous 30 days. How popular the stuff was, the tag that I used, so most used filter, the most used filter, so Lord Kelvin, whatever that is, I don't even remember that, but, and then also the tag that I used the most, and how many likes I got, and comparing it to the previous period and then this period, and then comments as well, how many comments, the average per photo, stuff like that. It also tells you the most liked image for the time period and the most commented image for the time period as well. And then here we have a nice little graph of our follower growth. So basically the net over that 30-day period, I gained 2,418 followers. And your 10 most engaged followers, I really like this because it allows you to know you know, who you should really be trying to interact with. So, you know, this person liked 3 of my images, 3. So, you know, they're all relatively important to me. And you can also unfollow them from here. And I'm assuming if I was not following them, oh no, well yeah, it's the most engaged followers, so yeah, they'd be followed. And then gain and loss of followers as well. And it breaks it up by day. So, whatever day this was, the October 20th. Wow, look at that. That's insane. 593 followers in one day. I don't know what I did that day, but I need to keep on doing it. And then content next, again on the left-hand side of the column. So we'll hit content, and it just kind of gives you a little bit of your post history. And then the distributions by month. So as you can see, I posted 1 in February. I didn't touch it for 5 months. I came back and posted 3, then 6, then 14, and I haven't done anything in November so far. The density, so in terms of the majority, 7 of my images were posted on Monday, 6 on Tuesday, what is this, 2 on Wednesday, so on and so forth. And then also by hour, so what time did I post? So most of my posts were between what is this, I guess between like 1 and 3 or so. And it's basically broken up into to 6 hour or to 4 hour intervals, sorry. So not 1 and 3, 4 and 4 and 8 is when I posted the most. More like about, I guess, I don't know, I guess 2. I mean, like 4 or 5, something like, I don't know. So anyway, it kind of breaks it up by the day and by the hour. Filter usage, so it breaks it down like which filters you've used. So no, 54.17% of my images have had no filter, and then I guess, what is this? I don't even know what this is called. It doesn't have a name next to it, but so anyway, as you can see, you kind of break it down by filter that you've used. And then geolocation, you don't have to, by default, you don't geolocate or you don't geotag your images, but if you were to do that, it would tell you the percent that are tagged, and as you can see, I have 0. So and then again, tag usage, the most used tag is model, and that's in almost 80% of my images. So next we'll move on to engagement. And guys, like I said, I'm just burning through this because I don't want this video to be 1,000 minutes long. So okay, so this again kind of breaks down your likes received. So 34% are from non-followers, or are from from non-followers, and then about 66% are from followers. So this graph kind of breaks that down for you. It also breaks it down by the average number of likes per photo. Which a lot of this information is really just previous information that you've already gotten, just kind of rephrased in different ways. But again, it's nice. It's a comprehensive analytics suite, and it's completely free. So that's pretty nice too. And then so the most liked photos ever. So your top 5, I guess, liked photos. Your comments broken down from followers and non-followers, and then also when they were received. So, and again, most commented photos, which is just the same as the liked photos, just about comments. So that's engagement, and again, you can really kind of get a good idea of things like what time you should be posting. Like, for instance, on this graph right here, these are your posting habits in terms of hours, and these are your posting habits in terms of days, and then these dots are your interaction. So, for instance, between 10 and 12 a.m., well, 10 a.m. and 12 a.m. On Mondays is when I get a huge amount of my interaction. But at the same time, on Fridays, you don't get near. So I get 117 on Mondays and 39 on Fridays. All right, and as you can see, there's other times of the week, and this is really one of the parts that I really liked, because it's it really gives you an idea of when your target, if you have a targeted profile, a relatively targeted profile, it doesn't even have to be fully targeted, just relatively targeted. It after 2, 3, 4 months, you can really get an idea of when your target audience is on when they're most receptive, and things like that, which is crucial for driving engagement. And then photos average lifespan. So excuse me. So, 1 hour, 2 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, 13 hours. So this graph shows you how fast your community comments on a photo you post. It also shows after how long you can usually consider that a photo will not receive any more comments. So that's a nice little thing to know, especially if you're trying to come up with a posting schedule. For instance, like if you know that you're only gonna get, if at 3 hours you're gonna have 0 comments, 6 hours you're gonna have 1 comment, 9 hours you're gonna have another comment, and 13 hours you're gonna have another comment, and then after that it's gonna be pretty much done. Then you could use that to maybe say, so you post one post, like we'll say one quality post, or one of your best posts that's designed to really drive interaction. You post that here and then you wait basically, and you're posting a couple other posts as well, but then wait 13 hours before you post, at minimum or so, before you post another really kind of quality image, just so you kind of spread out your, and of course you'd want to reference that with when the best time to post is as well. But that way, you can really kind of help drive and keep a, I guess sort of like an average of interaction on your profiles. And then again, filter impact, so which filters you use basically, and how many likes and comments that they received. So the Lord Kelvin received an average of 88 likes per photo, as well as 1 comment per photo, again on average. So that's interesting to know, definitely. That way, if you've got, like, for instance, Hudson down here, that just, now, and again, it could have been that, maybe the one image that I put Hudson on was just a bad image, or I didn't use all of the right hashtags, or maybe it was a bad time of day. So again, it's not a precise measurement, but it definitely, you have the ability to notice trends over time. And then again, so your tags, the tags that you have, basically the 100 most used, and the darker, like, so for instance, the ones that are large and have the black background are used, are the most popular, and then the darker ones, again, the most popular, and then the ones that are just sort of like regular text, the least popular. Alright, and again over here too is top tags on Instagram, so that can give you, if you don't have something like, for instance, I use tags for likes, among other things, to kind of get an idea of tags. That's tagsforlikes.com. I'll throw a link in the description below as well. I'm going to do a video on that too, but so that's kind of an idea of what tags are doing well, so you can check that out and see if any of those apply to your content. Now next is community. So if the page will load, you can get an overview of your community. So for instance, how many followers, again, how many followings, followers that you don't follow back, reciprocal relationships, and followers who do not follow you back. And that you can also see that again down here in this graph. And then again here, just kind of like a basic overview of the growth of your followers and your followings. Your new followers in the last 7 days, then more than the last 7 days. Lost followers in the last 7 days, and again more than the last 7 days. New followings in the last 7 days, and more than a week ago. So, if you wanna check those people out, maybe for instance with the lost followers, you could contact, what is it, Cooper Howitt 16, and be like, hey, sorry, I didn't, do, maybe, figure out why they stopped being a follower and left your channel. Again, and you might not be interested in spending time doing that, but that's just one example of what you could do. And then people you enjoy, so your last 300 likes given to only 2.6% were given to non-followings, and 97.37% were given to followings. So, and then it'll also give you your top 5 followers, so the people who have interacted, the top 5 people who've interacted the most with your posts. And then I kind of like this as well. It's just a list of people you may want to follow. So you can just, you know, boom, 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 and it's also it's larger from time to time as well. This list kind of refreshes itself from time to time, based on images that you've liked. So, friends, everybody, basically everybody that has an image that you've liked will be in this section. So that was a mouthful, guys. But that was the statistics, and that was really the major parts of this. So I'm gonna kind of burn through the rest of it. So the next is snapshots, and snapshots is basically just, it gives you the ability to email all of this different information to yourself. So you right up here you can send all snapshots. So you basically, it'll send you all of these as images for you to save. And you can also share those images with your community using, for instance, using these different hashtags. So for instance, like Statigram for my followers on a map and stuff like that. And of course you need to do this from your mobile. And you can also email it to different emails, so you don't have to email it all to the same email. I don't know why you'd want to email it to different emails. Maybe if you have a team that runs your Instagram, maybe that might be useful. I don't really know. You can also, up here, you can choose to be notified by email every time your stats get updated. And they update, I think it's like twice a day. So that's basically that. Next we'll move on to manage. And one thing I really, really like about manage is it aggregates all of your comments and all of your private messages excuse me, into one place. So, for instance, you know, I can tell there's 4 comments here, but I've responded to all of them. And again, or at least I've clicked on and checked them out. Maybe not responded, but I've already seen that they're there and either decided not to reply to them or replied to them. And again, so this one right here, you're hot. That's obviously not me in that image. That's one of my, these images are for a clothing line that I work with in my local area. Just one of my friends that has a clothing line. So anyway, we have an image or we have a comment and we can reply to that. And again, it's nice because it aggregates, especially if you have a profile that gets 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 comments a day. It really, and especially if you use your Instagram for any kind of e-commerce in terms of like customer support or anything like that, it really kind of helps you get an idea for who you need to prioritize a response to and who might just be either a spam commenter or just making kind of a pointless comment and stuff like that. And again, you can also check your private messages from here as well. And I don't have any, so there's nothing in there. Next we have promote, the promote tab. And this is nice because what you can do is you can share through Statigram so that people who don't have an Instagram account can view and comment all of your Instagram photos basically using their Facebook account. You can also create a feed tab for your fan page. I really liked that. That was cool. I don't know how useful it's really going to be because the Facebook fan page tabs are almost useless. I mean, almost. They're so small, and the person really has to be looking for them. The person who clicks on them really has to be looking for them. But anyway, it's still the cool thing
you can also create a profile cover, and I really like this because this can be used to create. It takes the 50 of your latest pictures posted on Instagram, and it basically creates a banner. So you could use it for your Facebook or your Google Plus or maybe even your Twitter, and it'll create a banner. Now you can only do one per hour. I guess they don't want you just generating like a ton of cover photos, but so that's really useful too. I haven't used that yet myself, although I do intend to, and it's a really cool feature. And then also a photo gallery widget. So and this is available both as this widget where you can get it right here, and as a WordPress plugin. That's pretty cool. So you can maybe I made a previous video about how to post to embed Instagram posts to your website. I'll link that in an annotation down in the bottom left hand corner. But that's useful as well. Pretty cool if you ask me. Next, RSS feeds. I don't know about you, I never use those, but to each his own. Follow buttons. So you can basically copy this or select which type of follow button you want, copy and paste it, and put that on your blog as well, so that people can follow your Instagram. Moving on to the last tab, we have contests. And contests, did I click on it? I don't know. It's basically this is a paid service that Statigram runs, and they'll run a contest for you. I'm not entirely sure how this works, just because I haven't really used it. You have to let's check pricing. Last time I looked at it, you had to contact. Okay, there we go. Yeah, last time I checked this out, you had to contact them to get a price, but it looks like cost $550, which is, what is that? Reach instantly up to 4.5 million Instagram addicts. So they'll send that out to the Statigram community on Instagram, which is pretty useful. I mean, I don't know if that's worth $550, but if you look at some of the shout outs on things like Fiverr, $550 is not that bad, especially considering that you get an analytics suite with all of that, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So what do you get? You get up to 2 weeks of a contest. You only get one hashtag. That's kind of annoying, but that's probably really all you would want anyway, is just one branding hashtag. You get your brand linked to your website and presence on other social networks. You can order the photos, the participating photos, in different ways, either through dates or likes or comments, or and also by using 3 different visualization modes, like I showed you earlier in the My Media, grids, lists, or slideshows. You can promote it in listing it in the contest directory, which is that's what we saw over here under Open. I'll go back to that in just a second. You can monitor activity, so number of participating photos, participating users, and page views. And you can also announce winners. And I don't know precisely what exactly like the deal is with contests on Statigram on Instagram. I know that on Facebook you kind of have to be careful running contests. Just because of the way the news feed works, there's a potential to cheat, without even meaning to cheat people. So I'm not exactly sure what the deal is with that, but it's still cool, especially if you're a mid to large size business, maybe even a small business. If you have an active Instagram presence. So anyway, we'll go over here. We'll click on Open again. And you can kind of get an idea of open contests. And then also closed contests. If my internet will ever... Yeah, so closed contests. And you guys should definitely go through these on your own a little bit if you intend to run a contest, just to kind of see how it's how they're formatted, and just kind of get an idea. And then you can also check winners of the different contests as well, which again, that's pretty cool. And again, my internet is being super slow, so there you go. Let's see, body tech. I don't know what body tech is. Looks like some kind of weightlifting. Oh, vitamin shop. Okay. World. So it looks like some charities are in here. Different electronics manufacturers, a whole bunch of stuff. So again, it's pretty cool. You definitely would want to check that out if you use Statigram for your business. And that's basically it, guys. So that was Statigram. Again, sorry I kind of rushed through it. The video, I didn't want the video to be too long, but I don't think I succeeded. So, and if you guys have any questions about Statigram, you definitely feel free to ask them in the comments below. Go ahead and hit that like button if you found this video helpful at all. And by the way, too, if you know anybody who might be able to benefit from this video, for instance, anybody who uses Instagram, anybody who has an active presence, anybody who uses it for e-commerce, definitely share this video with them and let them know about Statigram. Because I was so unbelievably excited when I found out about Statigram. And again, I haven't used it. I've been using it for what, about 2-3 months now. So nothing too crazy. And that's just a quick note too. It tracks your stats from even if like I here. Let me see if I can find it. Statistics. It'll track the stats even from before you link it to before you link Statigram to your Instagram. So that's pretty cool as well. So like I showed you earlier where I posted in, I believe it was February, and then I didn't post again for 4 or 5 months, it still gets that information even though I didn't hook this up until 2 or 3 months ago. So that's a nice little piece of information to know as well. Anyways, guys, so that was the video. Like I said, like, share, and if you want to head over to my website at www.AmatureITHelpstation.com, there'll be an annotation in the bottom right corner of this video, and also in the description below. But if you want to head over there and get on my email list, that's where I give out things as I find them, things like case studies that I've done, just results of things that I've tested, stuff like that, stuff that might be kind of difficult to put in a video or kind of tedious. So that's definitely something you should do if you're interested in getting more information like this. And I will see you in the future. Take care.